guys, I woke up around 5:30, didn't get my workout in, just kind of got up, got ready for the day. The kids got up soon after. If you guys have been following me, you guys know that my kids are early risers. Like, we are up pretty early, so even me getting up at 5 a.m. like I have to get up at 4:30. That's what I need to start training myself to do, to get up at 4:30 so I can be done working out and everything by 6, because they're waking up between 6 and 6:30 or so. So I have also been setting out my first graders morning work the night before, just because in the morning, you know, now that we're getting back on a routine, it can be a little bit hard to get the littles on board, you know. My older two jumping right into it, no problem, already doing their morning work when they get up. RAMSES just went on a run, so he just got back from his run. He did 4.5 miles, so let's get the day started. Who knows if I'm gonna get a workout in today, but hopefully. I'm in workout clothes, so the effort was there, you know. The TV's not too loud. They just finished their morning work, and I'm just gonna start setting up. Things that I've been trying to do is write things on the board. If we have something for Spanish or writing where I have to write stuff on the board for them to take notes, and then set up for our mindful morning routine. So I have 3 books that I'm using right now. This is like our daily bin. I do have this in here for all the extra, not this. Not this. All the extra mindfulness materials, like books and cards and stuff. And I just put it in here, and the kids can choose from here. But then these on this side are like our regular things that we're doing. For our mindful morning, I always set out this book with a page. So today's is going to be this one. We've been following this book too with the yoga animals. Today's is lion. And then I've also been following this mindfulness workbook, doing the exercises and reading, and it just kind of gives them a little bit more information and insight into mindfulness. We're gonna be doing some exercises today, so I'm gonna set that out right now. Okay, and then this is what we're using for Spanish. We were just doing like this packet that I had gotten from TPT that had a bunch of passages that we were reading. It also had comprehension questions that went with it. Sorry. So yeah, so we just started using this, and then I'm using this one for paragraph writing right now. Okay, I like to use these for a guide type of thing. And then we also are reading History Quest. So got to print out a few things from this too, because I couldn't find the file in my computer for the longest, and then I finally found it. So let's set up for mindful morning, and then I'll show you guys my first graders morning work. It's been like an hour, but this was my first grader's morning work. She was like sounding them out, reading them, writing them. And then I had her do math the other day on that whiteboard, but I just put something on that whiteboard for her to do. And then she does tracing 11 through 20. But I already erased them because, you know, if you leave them on there for too long, it's like impossible to get off. Hey Mavis, where's your little airplane? Your airplane cut, your thing that you cut? Okay, so this is a little cutout thing. Let me show you actually what I picked up this, and it actually has pretty cute, gives you the instructions on the top, and you just need scissors and glue. And then like different things. Can you turn that down, please? Thank you. So she did this one today. It was like a little plane. You can actually cut this part out. But yeah, anyway, this is the little instruction part. So it like tells them what to do and all that, and then yeah. So that's what she did for morning work. These board, this and that. We did mindful morning routine. So we did our book readings. Took a little break and watched like 2 Bluey episodes, and then my older two are writing down the stuff, their notes for Spanish that I wrote on the board earlier today. I'm just kind of cleaning up, getting myself together. My first grader is doing some learning games on my iPad. We use the Rosie Mosey app. I'll put it right here. Right now it is 9:48. Also, my older two have done their 30 minutes of language arts, and we are using Night Zookeeper. I always want to say like Zootopia, like the movie, but it's called Night Zookeeper. So they really enjoy it. So they do that, and then we're also doing writing on our own. So we haven't gotten to that yet, but moving on. The date? What is today, the 21st?
Yep.
Thanks. So it says, say the name for each picture. Fill in the bubble for the rhyming picture. Vest star, swing, swing was vest. All right, let's see. Okay, one more. Dragones y tacos. I'm starting my first fall class today, literally today. It's 11:13, by the way. The older two have been on a little break. I finished Spanish and writing with them already. And then I finished phonics with Mavis. We did some reading together. Everybody just has math to do, and we have some history to read with my older two. But Mavis just has math. That's the only thing I didn't write down yesterday. We only ended up doing one phonics page too, because we usually do two, but we like kind of made the one page that we did kind of longer, and we did like spelling and stuff like that. So she was already getting a little antsy, so I was like, okay, that's good for today. Yeah, so I'm kind of like itching to log on to my class and get organized and stuff. So hopefully Ramses can make lunch for the kids. I don't know why I feel like today's Friday, but it ain't.
Thursday, we can't get down on Thursday. We're gonna have to get down on Friday.
Yeah. The influential men who wrote the Articles of Confederation set up the national government during colonial times, and even well into the 19th century, people who lived in the United States usually thought of themselves as citizens of specific states, rather than citizens of the country as a whole. They also tell us who is in charge of getting the job done. Not a king, not an emperor, not even an elected president. It's we, the people, who are responsible. Americans from all walks of life have contributed their skills, talents, and new ideas to promote the equality, peace, and freedom that the preamble promises.